Cloud Kingdom is the second map. And our Protoss versus Zerg. And to the bottom left of the map, we have our Protoss player in the red. A Kesper player.
SK Telecom T1, Rain.
In a tough spot in this group, needs this win. If he loses here, he will have a slim chance of getting out of the group. Well, slim chance of getting first place at all, and then get out of the group is not going to be easy.
Top right, we have his opponent with a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 already. A former champion in the 4th season of Code S, starting for Team Startail.
Startail live.
All about the extractor tricks on that 10 Overlord. Not changing it up.
Made it look easy on Entombed Valley. Has this pin on his hoodie.
Yeah. By the way, new viewers, the pins indicate GSL champions or GSTL champions. If you are a coach, you have a pin.
Yeah, Joya has 2 of those.
He always has them on when he comes to the studio, showing them off, and he should.
I tried to steal his pin. He actually came over the last time when he was here, and he really proud showed me his pin. I just snapped it, and he was like, not funny. I would love to have one of those, but well, not gonna happen.
Not now, man. Maybe when you and I coach a GSTL team in 15 years. When we make it win, we'll have our pins.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's a bit far in the future.
Guys, we talked a little bit about the Twitter account of Rain if you want to support him, and he just created it a few weeks ago and has a decent amount of followers. He's an OSL champion, so if you want to support him, check him out. SKT1 Rain is his Twitter account. But of course also our Protoss player, sorry, our Zerg player to the top right, starting for Team Startail, has his own Twitter account. He's a Code S champion, and he is doing really well at the Blizzard Cup too. His ID is @Startail_life. Add him as well, send him a tweet. You can add the 2 of us, at Caldor and at ProxyWolf. And of course, make sure that you are also at the GSL GOMTV.
And add @Starcraft, Blizzard Starcraft Twitter. I recommend following them.
Yeah, if you're a Starcraft fan, you should definitely make sure that you follow them.
That's not a very big if.
That's true.
That's a pretty small if. A little bit smaller than that A that we had on the screen earlier. Here comes the 3rd base for life.
Yep, pretty
Everything standard here.
Drawing at roughly before the 4th minute mark. The timing varies a little bit from 350 to 420. If you go for this fast opening.
Rain has just not looked dominant so far in this group. It's been a tough group for him, and he needs to pull off a win here. He's shown Stargate play is what his preferred strategy is in this matchup, and on this map I think it's the best choice. To see an Immortal push here, we could see it. I just don't think Rain's gonna do it. It's not his style. It's not what he's good at. That's not his skill set. That's parties.
You don't think he's gonna go for it?
I don't think so. I think we're gonna see Stargate again.
I think he did really well when he used it on Daybreak. He was just caught in a very awkward position, and Violet's defense was too good. So
he saw it way too early too.
He could go for it here, but yeah, he has shown really good Stargate game, and this is a map where we see Stargate having a little bit of a renaissance.
Look at that pylon placement. That indicates Stargate as well.
Yeah. Bottom left always is kind of indicating that you want to hide your Phoenixes.
Core is done. So is the pylon. We're going to see the Stargate. The probe's going to go over there right now.
On its way, and boom, Stargate opening. Phoenixes again for Rain.
It's possible as well that he goes for Void Rays, but that's just something else he's never shown us either, so there's no reason to believe he would do that.
Yeah, the position also is not really a Void Ray position. If you go for Void Rays, you don't really hide the Stargate.
You don't want to rally them that far.
You just have them at the front, take down the Overlords.
Yeah, well, I feel like this matchup is really... we've explored this matchup quite a bit during this Blizzard Cup because we have no Terrans really, so we've got a ton of Protoss versus Zerg we've been watching. And Stargate is done. You're going to see that Phoenix right away.
Yep. Gonna go for 5 most likely once again. This doesn't only allow him to kill a Queen with 1 lift.
Void Ray.
Ooh, wow.
This is not what we expected.
Not at all. The Void Ray at the bottom left. Where's the rally point?
I'll check that for you. No rally at all.
One.
A little bit of pressure with the Stalker.
I'm really interested what he's going to do, because usually, as I said already, you would just place it in inside the vision and hunt down the Overlords. Do you think he's going to get a few more? He rallied it to the Overlord, right?
Yeah, he's doing the old Void Ray Phoenix build.
That is really, really old school style. that
Yes,
he's using
nobody
right now.
does this anymore.
Going for Void Ray, following it up with Phoenix. He's moving it out right away, taking down the Overlord. Alright, let's see how effective that's going to be for him. Not what I expected here. Shows it right away. Shows him, okay, listen, I have my Void Ray here. Do something about it. The additional gates are being built now. The +1 attack upgrade has been started, so you always want to follow up with a bit of gateway aggression.
Shows the Phoenix to the right side. He continues to route Phoenixes. Now the Robo goes up. So he's going to take a third base behind this, but the Overlord hunting is pretty much over. And now, with this type of build, you can't really kill Queens very easily. You can hold the Watchtower, though. That's something that's really being shown here. Usually what happens is the Void Ray will occupy the Watchtower after scouting a little bit, and then when the Observer comes out, you can use the Void Ray to pick up the Creep Tumors as well.
Twilight Council is also now being built, so he will definitely go for the third base.
This build just fell apart when people started making extra Queens and started to prepare for this type of build, as well as just pure Phoenix play, because the same defense is basically used for both strategies. And you can see Rain just not really able to do too much with this opening at all.
Life is already evacuating all the Overlords, getting them into the main base, making sure that they are as far away from the Void Ray aggression as possible, so that he's not going to be supplyable later on.
See, he wants to get this Tumor really badly. He needs to wait for the Observer, though. And that one Queen is a little bit too far, but the second Queen...
No energy for Transfuse.
Yep. The Queen with more energy is actually the one that's left it really smart here.
He goes in there, it's cutting in close here. Does he have a second lift available for the Queen? Yes, he actually does. And I think the second Phoenix has enough to go for a second lift if needed, but it doesn't even need it. So 2 Queens are dead. Oh,
this run by is... Oh, he missed his force fields a little bit. He's going to lose a sentry. Actually, looks like he may lose 2. Yeah, 2 sentries. Well... Oh, that second sentry is barely saved. Really nicely done.
Really well done. Nice micro here by Raid.
Well, the Roaches are not done.
Yes, and the Roaches are now facing one of the cannons. Here comes the fourth field again.
If he saves that sentry, oh wow, he does.
Storm gets down, the sentry is still alive. Well done. The Phoenixes are helping him out quite a lot here.
Yep, he can actually pick off 2 more Zealots though on his way out. That sentry though, nice bait. No kill. The Void Ray is still alive with 4 kills currently. No harass on the Tumors with that Void Ray though. There's too many Queens, he's a little bit too scared, I suppose.
4th base is now coming up for Life, and Life is once again not going straight into... Well, he has 7 Infestors now on his way. He's not going straight into the Hive Tech. He delayed it a little bit in the last game. That might be something that we're going to see here as well. He wants to make sure that those Void Rays are not going to get too cheeky, and has the extra Spore Crawlers already up. With the Infestors, he will be able to use the Fungals, drop 2 or 3 Infested Swarm Eggs, and then go straight for the Void Ray kill.
Oh, that was so close to that Zealot. It almost looked like a bait.
Well done, Rain.
He does pick off some of those Tumors of the Void Ray finally, and will occupy the Watchtower, it looks like.
You can say about Rain whatever you want, but his builds are crisp, his micro is excellent, and he's always ready. His map awareness is just exceptional.
He's
Once
so
again,
fast.
Ling's trying to run in, and he, bam, has immediately the warp in ready to close the gap.
Takes out that Observer though, which means no more Rain Void Ray shenanigans to kill the Tumors. Spire comes down here. The Infestor count now getting up to 11. That's a lot of Infestors, and he's going to be able to hold his 4th base easily with those.
Yeah, it should be.
War Prism comes out for Rain. Last game, not able to do too much with that though.
The thing is just that it doesn't give Life a lot of openings. You know, Life is trying to find an angle where he can do a little bit of damage, but Rain is everywhere and he's well set up. So his defense is really awesome. And that's something that Life is just realizing. He's just trying to fall back into his macro mode, getting a 4th base, maybe in the 5th. There are the Fungals and the Infested Swarm Eggs we talked about earlier.
Oh, he barely saves the Infestor. Nicely done.
Trying to go in and take it down.
Haha, trap though.
Yeah, but can he really kill them? The Chain Fungal would cost him a lot of energy, and he doesn't even attempt to do it.
He's gonna back off. The Infestor that's low on hit points also has no more energy left, so...
Rain is moving out now, and he has a really scary army with all those Infestors, the Immortals that he has. Here we go, having units at the front, moving in, having the Immortal power ready.
Really good force fields here as well, but the Fungals, where are they?
Life has to be careful here. He wants to use the Infested Swarm Eggs as well. The Fungal only hits the Immortals, and they don't really care about that.
Yeah, they don't really. They need need to actually get all of the Stalkers, and you know, Phoenix is even going to annoy one of these Infestors.
Good luck chain funneling the Immortal. Here we go though, the Warp Prison is being attacked, and if the Warp Prison dies, the Warp Ins will not be available anymore. He's trying to target it down, and there goes the Warp Prison.
Life starting to fall in supply though.
Yeah, a lot of the army of life is gone here, and now come the additional infested Swarm X, but Rain is doing a great job here. He needs more Warp Ins though.
He needs a lot more, and Life will push this back. The hatchery survives, but you know, with the next wave of units that are actually walking across the map, he still may be able to get his hatchery. It's going to be close.
It's really unfortunate for him that he lost the Warp Prism here. That just cut the momentum off for him.
I think he still could take out his hatchery though.
Yeah, the fourth should actually fall. He should be able to get the fourth.
Pylon coming up here, +2 Carapace almost on, 4 Life, just not quite ready yet.
I just think if he didn't have lost the Warp Prism, he could have done so much more here. The fourth is going to die, but he could have pushed into the third. He might still try to do it.
I don't think pushing into the third is going to work here.
The Infestors don't have energy anymore, Wolf.
True, but he's got 4 more coming out, and he doesn't need to do it. He can just take his own fourth.
That's the problem. The units that come out now, that's why I said the Warp Prism was so crucial here, because with the Warp Prism, he would have been so much faster with the next attack. But at least he takes down the fourth.
That was
Life
a good
is
win.
trying to rebuild it.
Rain needs his Colossi now, though. He needs to start making the later tech. That was a cool little blink. Unfortunately, Kirby doesn't get the Infestor, but
he gets the high ground.
Nice position here, and he takes out another Infestor.
Takes out 2. Nice force fields here. Shutting everything out, taking down those infested Terrans. He actually fights them. The Zerglings are going through the gap.
He needs to pull back his units and wait for the next wave. He's got to get the better concave life that is trying to break down here. There's no sentries, but I don't know if he has enough DPS in these Roaches. The Immortals, though, are at the front, and they're going to get targeted down right away.
The Immortals are exposed, and he really needs them to deal with the Roaches. Suddenly, all of them are gone, and now Rain has to hightail it out of there. Is immediately blinking away. Another round of Warp-ins, though. That might be enough to just hold Life at bay, but it's so difficult for him to pull it off.
Life, I don't know if he should be engaging against this many Blink Stalkers off creep like this. His Roaches need more Infestor support. Here comes some Infested Terrans. This is so close. He actually has to turn around. Rain has no backup plan. He's got no follow-up. He has no robotic support bait tag. He needs to make this work now.
Has 26 Stalkers now with Blink, and Blink Stalkers for Rain. He has the double amount of Stalkers here. They are worth twice as much, and now he's trying to blink after his opponent, and once again, no energy on the Infestors.
Yeah, the energy on the Infestors so low. The hit points on the Roaches starting to get lower as well. 17 Roaches are about to come out, though. He needs just a few more bungles. Here comes one from behind. He gets a bungle on the Stalkers. He's starting to eliminate them.
Yeah, but a little bit too late. What about Rain? Can he warp in? +2/+2 is nearly completed for Life.
Yeah, this 2-2 is actually so critical. Rain may be able to pull through this. This is so close. The Infestors now all out of energy. The Infested Terrans buying time.
The Infestors are really still alive. I can't believe it. Rain just doesn't get a shot at them, because every single time a few more Roaches pop out, lava is not even a problem for Life. His injects are crazy.
His injects are certainly crazy. The Roaches push through here, but I think Rain may have too much for this group of Roaches. He needs to wait for the next group. He's out of Infested Terran energy again.
What a game, Wolf. What a fight. That fight lasted for 5 or 6 minutes already. But if Rain backs off here, I feel that Life is going to take this. Rain needs to apply more pressure. He needs another round of Warp-ins.
Yeah, he still has that pylon, you know, and more Zealots coming in here because he's starting to run out of gas. Here comes the attack. Terran's going down again. He's actually using these rather than the bungles.
A few Infestors are dying here, but he still has so many left. We have 12 Infestors left and 22 Roaches. It looks like Life is able to overwhelm Rain after all.
Yeah, but it's not over quite yet. But you're certainly right, man. It's just the Infestor count is getting higher and higher. Eventually, the energy might overwhelm him. Takes out another Stalker. Battle. This is so close. Rain is trying to make this work. Another bungle goes down, though. A few Infestors die this time, however.
3 Infestors are dead, and once again, the Infested Swarm X, but look at the Stalker count.
That bungle is actually going to take out way too many Stalkers.
18, and here comes Life trying to chase him down.
He's got 2-2, and they actually force the pylon down this time. Rain is running out of room.
He's definitely running out of room. He's trying to back off here. The Infestors are going in once again, and the rest of the Roaches are closing the distance. Life, it looks like he overwhelms him.
GG! What a crazy game. That was insanely close, but Life takes the 2-0, and Rain moves down to the last place spot in the group.
Rain is down to -3 maps, and Life is at +3. A 2-0 victory for the Startail Zerg. Ah, wow. A bad day for Protoss so far. Not a single win for Seed or Rain. And talking about Seed, he is our next player. He has to deal with Violet now after he lost to Sniper.
Yeah, and I think we're actually going to skip the break. Yeah, the production I like synced up with that, man. Yeah, no break here. We are going right into it. So don't think you have time to get a soda or anything, man. The action does not stop.
Antigua Shipyard is our first map for Seed versus Violet. Violet was able to take the first best of 3.
I think that Violet may not be on the same level as Sniper, though, to be perfectly honest. And Seed was dominated by Sniper, but I think he has a better chance here. You know, consider that Rain was able to take a game off Violet as well and not on Life. So, you know, I think as far as results go in Korea, Violet does not have the same results that Sniper and Life have, but that doesn't mean he can't take Seed out here. Seed is not looking as good as Violet is overall internationally or in Korea. He's actually looking like the weakest player in this group so far.
Yeah, Seed has to win something now. He is already down and lost the first best of 3, as we already mentioned. He was not able to be victorious against his first opponent, which was Sniper. Didn't win a single map so far. This is his second game. The same is true for Violet. Both of these players are now in their second game, and Violet is currently in the map score up +1. Has a 1 best of 3 win. Seed is down on -2. Especially Entombed Valley was a little bit sad for Seed. That was, of course, very unfortunate. If you can remember the game, the Zerglings were running in and he saw them with the pylon, but he reacted a little bit too late. Didn't really watch the minimap. Therefore, there was a gap in the wall. The Lings went in, speed hit, and that was when he lost the game. Yeah, things will be a little bit different here, I feel. Antigua Shipyard is going to be our first map in the match between Violet and Seed and Protoss versus Zerg.
A map where the early game is better for Protoss, the late game is better for Zerg in most cases because of the way the map works out. The third base is hard to defend as a Protoss if the Zerg gets ahead in any way. And also the fourth base is basically impossible for a Protoss, but as a Zerg, it's not easy, can be done. Broodlords are really good on this map with the high ground if you can take that, if your creep spread is good.
Also important is that after this best of 3, we are having once again a bit of a break, because then we start our evening session at 6:10 Korean Standard Time. So don't worry, guys, the rest of the matches today will also be played out. So this is all best of 3s. We have a second set of matches coming up later. This is the last best of 3 for the afternoon session, but in the evening session we have the rest of the matches, which includes another 5 best of 3s at the least.
Yeah, at the least. And if we have a tie, that would mean more, but that's probably not going to happen.
It's a little bit unlikely because we have best of 3s and now the map score also has to be figured in, so it's not like in the up and downs where it's pretty easy to end up in a tie situation. In this scenario, it's very unlikely, but it could happen. We could see that. And, well, just waiting for Seed, and as soon as he's in the game, we can start the game. So far, Seed struggling a little bit. As we mentioned earlier, pulling a little bit of a Jakji. Kind of following the same career, going into Code S, taking the victory, being a champion, and then completely falling off the face of the earth.
Yeah. Seed's now in the lobby. Violet has declared that he is, in fact, ready.
So are we. And Antigua Shipyard is a map where we see a lot of Protoss players who are not too happy, but it's more of a where are you in the game kind of thing. In the mid game, or in the early game, we have the Zerg player with a bit of a disadvantage against 2-base timing attacks, but then later on the Zerg is really, really strong on a big map like Antigua Shipyard. Violet is ready. Seed is just putting his headset up. Wants to start this game as well.
Yep.
For both of them, this is actually really important. If Seed is able to claim victory here, they will be on exactly the same score.
Seed's saying that this is actually just really tough for him. He seems to know Heaven really well. They just had a little chat. Asked him if he's okay, and he's like, Young, I don't think so, but we'll see. It's pretty tough. Taking a rough score in this series already. Can he tie up his score, though? This is the GSL 2012 Blizzard Cup Counter Rumble.